I am going to take you to the oldest pizzeria in all of El Salvador. Get ready for a wild ride. We are going to a blast from the past. Mia Pizza. The first really unique and different thing about Mia Pizza is that when you order, after you're done looking at the menu, and it's a really simple menu because they do pizza and they do pizza all the way right. So once you're done, if you look behind you, there's a little button on the wall next to your table number. When you push that button, kind of like if you're in an airplane, there's a light that turns on directly above you so the waitress knows that you're ready to order. So anytime during and the best part of this is, think about it, anytime during the meal that you have issues or you need a refill, just hit your button and the stewardess or the waitress is going to come and take care of your refill. Not bad. Gracias. Okay. The pizza mixta, that's like the supreme. This is the personal pan loroco. And this is a full kind of like supreme sandwich. And this is garlic bread. So first we're starting with their supreme sandwich that has everything. Ham, chicken, lettuce, tomatoes, everything, cheese, everything under the sun. Let's see. Es bueno. Es bien bueno. And it only costs like $2.25. Just saying. What makes this sandwich really good is that they have the perfect mix of salami and ham and chicken, and then they toast the whole sandwich and they melt the cheese over the top so it's not separate or cold. Muchas gracias. Oh wow. And this, okay, and the other thing is, of all the desserts, budín is kind of like a big national, very Salvadoran dessert. And it's kind of like the American equivalent of, say, fruitcake. But here they make their very own budín, which is kind of rare because most other places they just get a budín from a big panaderia, but they make their own budín. And so look, it's a lot thinner, and it's more like a pie. I'm excited to try it. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna try the garlic bread because all the pizzerias have garlic bread, and their garlic bread is actually made on French bread, and it does have mozzarella spread on top of it with the butter garlic sauce. Es bueno. And the best part is, notice how the butter melts halfway into the bread. Gotta love it. Now for the loroco pizza. Now, if you've never heard of loroco before, it's actually a vegetable that's really popular here, but honestly, I've never seen it in the States or anywhere else. I'm not sure exactly how to describe it. I know what it tastes like. There are all these little seed heads. And I guess the best way to describe the taste would be like if you had miniature Brussels sprouts, like tiny, tiny little Brussels sprouts, and you could cook them and put them on stuff. That would be kind of what loroco tastes like. Okay, this is like a traditional hand-tossed pizza, so the crust is really thin, like a hand-tossed pizza. And then they have a not heavy sauce, they're kind of light on the sauce, but then the cheese is nice and thick. And the other thing about loroco, like down in El Salvador, they'll put loroco in almost anything. You can put it in an egg, you can put it on topping for almost anything. Okay, ready? There you go. Here we go. What is particularly special about this pizza, it's the crust. The dough is super light and super fluffy. It's not too hard. Like if you can see on the bottom, it's very soft. It's like tearing like really light white French bread off. And so even the crust, there's no hard crusty crust. It's a nice super soft crust, and everything that's on top of the pizza just kind of molds into that nice soft crust. So the juices that they have here are maracuja, and they have jamaica. And jamaica is actually hibiscus. It's a juice that they make from hibiscus flowers. And they're both really good. But don't forget, when you're done getting your order, or when the waitress has come and attended to you, you gotta turn your light off. See the evidence of what a good pizzeria this is? Not even crusts are left, because trust me, the crust is the best part. Now for the dessert. Homemade budín. Okay, here we go. I can see some of the fruit pieces. I can taste the banana, and I could even feel the banana chunk in my mouth. Oh, this is it's really wet. A lot of budins that you'll find are actually kind of dry, and they're a lot bigger and thicker. But this is really wet and really sweet. Syrup is really sweet, and you can taste the fruit chunks. Bien hecho. Okay, so my overall review of Mia Pizza, the oldest pizzeria in all of El Salvador, is a 9 out of 10. Why? Because number one, the food was awesome. The crust mix and the bread that they use, it's like if you had a breadstick and you made the breadstick dough be your crust dough. It was perfectly soft. It wasn't greasy. It wasn't, overly toasted. Typically at the end of a pizza place, you'll have your kids will kind of throw the pizza crust and leave those. There were no pizza crust left at all, because that was one of the best parts. And the reason number two why it's so cool is the prices were awesome. Like the budín was only $2. That sandwich with everything was just $2.25. And the pizzas were $8. The large supreme pizza was $10. So the prices were nice. And then the third reason why I liked it is because, you can get pizza anywhere, but this is like it's like a hole in the wall. I really like little hole in the wall places where you've got some chef in the back that's been doing it, and they don't really want to expand. They could expand, but they just love their own food, and they love cooking their food for their customers. And this is definitely a hole in the wall pizzeria, and it transports you back to this vintage pizza experience of 1979. Everything from the tables to the booths that you're sitting in, to the button on the wall that you push to get your waitress to come in, to even, guess what? You can tell even the walls are like 1979. But I found out, check this out, next to the button where it explains that you're supposed to push the button, underneath the sticker is where they used to have the ashtrays. Because way back in the 70s and the beginning of the 80s, you could smoke inside in a restaurant. And so this is where the ashtrays used to be for the clients that were smoking while they were eating their pizza. And I was like, wow, that is crazy authentic. So next time you are doing your central San Salvador tour, either through living like a local or through your own tour through this beautiful city, go about a block over from Plaza Morazan, and you'll find this tiny, beautiful Mia Pizza. And try it out. And tell them I sent you. I am Jenny Adi. Travel more, live more, be more. If you'd like to come and get your own tour of Central San Salvador, Check out the tours and the guides at Living Like a Local. Bye.